The human brain is the most complex biological structure ever discovered. It is perhaps the most important organ that makes us who we are. The mysteries of the brain have always been a subject of curiosity. Even Albert Einstein's brain was stolen after his death to discover what makes humans smart. In this video, we have compiled some interesting facts about the human brain for you. 1. An adult brain weighs about 3 kilograms. The cerebrum makes up 85% of the brain. The entire brain makes up about 2% of a person's body weight. However, this is actually quite high. The human brain is the largest of all vertebrates in terms of brain-to-body ratio. 2. About 75% of the brain is made up of water. This means that even 2% dehydration can have a negative impact on brain function. This means that if you dehydrate yourself, your brain can be damaged. 3. The brain is an organ of intense activity. It works constantly, like an engine. In order to perform all these operations, it needs energy. The brain gets this energy from glucose and oxygen. The brain uses 20% of the total oxygen and blood in the body. If the brain is deprived of oxygen for 5 minutes, serious damage can occur. From the heart to the brain, about 750 milliliters to 1 liter of blood flows every minute. 4. The human brain triples in size in the first year of life. In a 2-year-old baby, the brain is 60 to 80% enlarged. The brain continues to grow until about 18 years of age. By the age of 25, it is fully mature. 5. Your brain starts to shrink as you get older. The brain and thinking skills change as we age, and these changes are a normal part of the aging process. The human brain continues to develop well into your 40s and is the only organ that continues to develop for that long. 6. The human brain contains about 100 billion neurons. This is approximately the number of stars in our galaxy. These neurons are connected to each other by trillions of synapses. We owe all the knowledge we have to these neurons. Information is transported between these neurons. The brain can provide information at a speed of up to 402 kilometers. 7. Your brain generates electricity even now. The neurons in your brain can generate 23 watts of electricity, enough to power a light bulb. Connections in neurons are carried through these bioelectric signals. 8. Have you ever wondered what color your brain is? When the brain is cleaned and frozen, it appears grayish in color. But a living brain is generally composed of gray, white, black, and red colors. Brain cells are gray. The nerve fibers between the cells are white. The substantia nigra, which is located in the midbrain and means black matter in Latin, is black. Many blood vessels in the brain are red. 9. Brain freezing as a form of stimulation. This is a pain in the forehead that occurs when you eat or drink very cold things quickly, such as ice cream. The medical name for this is sphenopalatine ganglioneuralgia. The pain is caused by stimulation of the trigeminal nerves in the sensitive part at the very back of the palate and stimulation of the forehead veins by cold air in the sinuses. This pain is a kind of warning signal for a sudden change in temperature. 10. The brain itself never feels pain. This is because there are no pain receptors in the brain. When you touch the brain, its functions may be impaired, but it doesn't hurt. However, pain can be felt in the head thanks to the meninges around the brain, the periosteum on the bones, and pain receptors in the scalp. 11. Multitasking is impossible. Our brain cannot actually perform multiple tasks at the same time. Instead, we quickly switch between different tasks. So you may think that you are multitasking. However, this is actually just a quick jump from one to another. Neuroscientists say this tires the brain, reduces cognitive abilities, and leads to disorders such as anxiety. 12. Headaches are generally of 2 types. Primary headaches are headaches that occur without any underlying disease or cause. These include migraines, tension headaches, and cluster headaches. Secondary headaches are headaches that occur due to another health problem or condition. These include conditions such as sinusitis, brain tumors, eye diseases, cerebrovascular diseases, and nervous system diseases. 13. Maintaining our brain health is as important as maintaining our physical health. Alcohol, smoking, and drugs have bad effects on brain health. Long-term memory problems, blurred vision, hallucinations, unsteady gait, decreased cognitive function, insomnia are the most common disorders. For brain health, the more you avoid them, the better. 14. Your brain is faster and more powerful than a supercomputer. Your brain has an incredible ability to download, process, and react to the flood of information coming from your eyes, ears, and other sensory organs. Signals from the body to the brain can travel up to 418 kilometers per hour. 15. The structure of the brain changes as we learn. The brain has superplasticity. This means the brain's ability to shape itself. Many different kinds of knowledge, from math to art, feed the brain. When you learn something new or have a new thought or memory, the structure of your brain changes. The brain needs more connections to process what it has just learned. This is why it creates new brain folds. 16. Exercise is also good for brain health. When you exercise, blood flow speeds up and more oxygen enters the bloodstream. This allows the brain to receive more oxygen. Meanwhile, brain activity speeds up in certain areas and produces new neurons. Therefore, exercise positively affects brain volume, flexibility, cognitive skills, memory, and mood. 17. The brain controls diseases and disorders. The brain is the center of many diseases and disorders, which shows how important brain health is for overall health. The brain can be treated by modifying genes. Modifying genes is a technique used to treat brain diseases. 18. The part of the brain responsible for vision is the occipital lobe and is located at the back of the brain. Therefore, blows to the back can cause vision loss, blurring, and hallucinations. The brain stores the images it wants to commit to long-term memory in the occipital lobe. The brain first compares new images with these stored images and then categorizes them. 19. Reading aloud activates different circuits of the brain. This is a good practice that supports brain development. This is why reading and speaking aloud is useful in child education. However, you can also do this once in a while to surprise and support your brain. 20. It is a myth that humans only use 10% of their brain. We use our whole brain. Even when you are asleep, brain activity does not stop. How else would you dream? Moreover, dozens of processes in the body depend on the regular functioning of the brain. The brain manages automatic functions. These functions include controlling heartbeat, respiration, digestion, and body temperature. The brain manages motor functions. This includes functions such as movement, gesture, balance, posture, and speech. The brain manages emotions, behaviors, and senses. This includes senses such as sight, hearing, and touch. The brain manages thinking skills. These skills include memory, attention, logic, decision-making, problem-solving, planning, and organization. The brain controls habits. This helps us understand how habits are formed and how they can be changed. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel to increase this kind of content and grow our channel.